Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Ground and Pound Podcast Dog of the Week video. And as always, this video is designed to give you my favorite betting underdog on the entire UFC Fight Night, Sterling taking on Zalal card. And we've been on an absolute heater here on Dog of the Week, looking to make it 4 of our last 5, picking all underdog plays on these UFC cards. Unfortunately, we weren't able to cash last week, 22 seconds away from making it 4 in a row. We're going to get back in the win column this week, as this week's Dog of the Week is going to be.
All 3 judges score the contest 29-28 for the winner by unanimous decision, Aaran Luna Martinetti.
Remember my name.
That's right, people. Aaran Luna Martinetti here for this week's Dog of the Week. And if you're enjoying the content, hit that like and subscribe button as we talk about the keys to victory here for Martinetti against dangerous Davy Grant. Davy Grant, formidable fighter, decent kickboxing, but there's a deficiency in the grappling. Most of his losses are coming via way of submission. And I do think here that there's going to be an opening for Martinetti to capitalize with his grappling. And when we talk about the keys to victory here, it's very important for Martinetti to mix in some wrestling. If you go back and look at Martinetti's fight on Contender Series, he did a good job of mixing in the wrestling. When his opponent, Mark Vologdan, overextended, he was able to get takedowns and really break up the pace of that fight. And I think that Martinetti has decent stand-up, and don't get me wrong, so does Davy Grant. I think that's going to be very back and forth. But where I think Martinetti is going to have the advantage is well-timed takedowns with high-level Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. If you go look at his fights on the regional scene, he does a good job of timing his takedowns. It's not that he's this incredible wrestler. He just waits for his opponent to overextend. He ducks underneath, and he gets into dominant positions with his wrestling. He has great back takes, and I think mixing in the wrestling here is a key to victory against a guy in dangerous Davy Grant that we've seen controlled. We've seen submitted in the past. Martinetti has actually fought on one of Eddie Bravo's invitational jiu-jitsu tournaments. He's always improving his jiu-jitsu, and I think him implementing that strategy here, getting to the wrestling, getting the fight to the ground, and using your jiu-jitsu would definitely help against a guy in dangerous Davy Grant that has deficiencies there. And for the second key to victory, push the pace. This guy Martinetti trains at Interim Gym at elevation with some of the UFC's biggest talents, Brandon Moreno, Michael Morales, just to name a few. But pushing the pace here at elevation will do him well. Obviously now fighting in Las Vegas, he's used to that elevation, whereas dangerous Davy Grant's training in the UK, he's training over in Las Vegas. He's not training at elevation. I think if he can do a good job here of pushing the pace as the 10-year younger fighter, I think it would serve him well. We've seen that he can take a punch. We've seen that he's tough. We've seen that he can put up a ton of volume. He landed 169 significant strikes in that Dana White's Contender Series performance. If he pushes the pace here, I think Davy Grant will fade. I think that he will get tired, and I think the longer this fight goes on, the more it suits Martinetti pushing that pace. And for the third key to victory, mix everything in. Go for the takedowns. Go to the low calf kick. Throw that teep kick up the middle. Use your boxing. Use your jiu-jitsu. Mixing everything in is what's going to serve him well here. In terms of the striking in this matchup, I think Davy Grant holds the edge in the power and the experience. In terms of the volume, I give it to Martinetti. But if he mixes everything in when it comes to the wrestling, the takedowns, the conditioning, and the kicks, I think it will serve him here very well, mixing all of these attacks in, keeping Davy Grant on the back foot, and ultimately pulling off the victory here for 4 out of our last 5. And if you're enjoying the content, hit that like and subscribe button. Let me know in the comment section below if you're tailing or fading this week, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.